Oh dear, what have I done this time? So hey guys, yeah, um, yeah. So this here is a fan that you probably will all recognize. I think even the most, like, uninformed fan collector out there will know what this is. This is the Hampton Bay. It's actually the Contractor model ceiling fan. But some people call these the QuickConnect, myself included, actually. Um, but these, I think only the original ones, like made in, I think like the early 2000s, were actually called the QuickConnect. Everything made like mid 2000s and on was called the Contractor model. So that's some new information that I actually did not know. Um, Now, you also may be wondering, why exactly do I have this fan? Well, this fan is actually not staying with me. I got this for a fellow collector, Nick Poggio, aka the Junk Collector. Um, and this one's going to be going to him because he actually happens to like these a lot, and he actually does have another one of these brand new in the box. I got this one used from that salvage store that I got that white original with the isolation ring and the reverse air from, and the Supreme Victorian copy. I actually got this one the same exact day I got that Supreme. And this was the other one that I had mentioned in that video that I got overcharged for, which I still haven't let go of that. I don't know, I'm just annoyed over that still. Um, but yeah, so this one is in I think this is oil rubbed bronze, or I don't know, it's not really an oil rubbed bronze, it's more of like a brown or black almost, really. Um, like a metallic, almost like a metallic gray, actually. But these, I actually do have a sort of a soft spot for these. First of all, there's one of these exact ones installed at the restaurant that I work at. Um, there are, I think, like 5 or 6 fans there, and most of them are old Concord builders from the 90s, when the restaurant opened up. But a few of them have been replaced. One of them was replaced with a Harbor Breeze classic style, I think, in black, and then another one was replaced with one of these. So, and that one, the blades are flipped over. You'll notice that it has reversible blades when I show you the up close view later. But this one has the lighter side of the blades showing down. Now, another reason why I do very much like these fans is there was one that I saw it was at a summer camp that I used to go to like every summer between like when I was, I think, like 10 and 15 or 16. Yeah, I went there every year for like 5 or 6 consecutive summers. And there was a barn that they had on the property that was like converted into like a rock climbing wall place. Like they had rock climbing walls going up the entire side of it. And then in the back there was like a shorter section that was like for they had rock walls on there too, but it wasn't for climbing. But in the tall section at the front, there was like 2 walls on either side, and then the very middle, at the very top of the ceiling, was one of these in white. And actually, a funny story behind that. One time we were there, and there was a huge thunderstorm that occurred. So they got the entire camp to go into that barn, and we were all sitting down on the floor, and the QuickConnect was running, and the lights were on, and then all of a sudden, the lights went out, and the fan stopped spinning. And I still remember sitting there and watching the fan coast down to a stop and wondering, oh my god, did the power just go out? I never figured out what happened, if the power actually went out or if somebody just hit the switch accidentally. I really don't know. But just a fun story about my experience with Quick Connects. And then, of course, there was that polished brass one for sale at my restore for like 2 years or something, back when I used to volunteer there. Now, this one, I'm not exactly sure when it's from. It has a different mounting bracket. It's like the screw holes are spaced closer together, and I didn't get it with the mounting bracket, so I had to use my old mounting bracket from my gazebo, which doesn't fit exactly. The screw holes are spaced like further apart, but like I still was able to hang it up with just 2 of the screw holes. It also doesn't have the trim ring either. But other than that, it came with everything. So, yeah, I don't know if there's anything else left to talk about it, but let's go ahead and turn the fan on now. Oh, wait, I think you can see it. Oh, yeah, you can. It does have its original Hampton Bay pull chain extension, which is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and start the fan up on high. And now it makes like a slight bit of motor hum, which is, I think, to be expected with a spinner motor. Especially like a spinner motor like this. I think this is a HD Supply made. Or maybe King of Fans. I actually don't know what the OEM of these is. I don't think it's air-cool. Although it could be, I really don't know. But like, despite these being, you know, notoriously cheap and not really that interesting, I am actually thoroughly impressed by how this one performs. It's actually blowing a pretty decent amount of air. I honestly think it's like just pushing stack motor category of air movement. Yeah, I was quite literally blown away when I first hung this up and tested it. I was like, I didn't expect these things to be so powerful. But you know, I was gonna give this away, but now I kind of want to keep it. Okay, down to medium. Now there is not any bearing noise at all. The bearings are really good. It's a pretty fast medium speed. Still moving good amount of air. Also, there was absolutely no wobble either, which is pretty impressive. The one that is at the restaurant I work at has, I think one of the blades is like a little bent, so it wobbles pretty badly, and it clicks also, which is pretty annoying. So here's low speed. I don't think it's quite down to speed, but I did notice that it does have a pretty fast low. It's fairly quiet actually, just like a slight bit of motor hum. I wouldn't say this is the best restaurant low, which is ironic considering there's one of these installed at a restaurant. Alright, high. Spin her down. Not really surprised that it's taking so long to spin down, considering it had no bearing noise. My god, this thing's taking forever. I wonder if this thing was rarely run or something when it was installed. Looks like it's about to stop, so I'm going to flip the reverse switch to save some time. Yeah, so this fan is really just impressing me in all fields. It's still going. But that is absolutely insane. It's still going. Come on, stop. Is it ever gonna stop? Okay, I think, yeah, it finally stopped. Those are possibly the best bearings that I've ever seen. Wow, okay. Well, now let's finally go ahead and start it up on reverse, or on low in reverse. think that's probably as fast as it's going to get. Medium. And high. All right. Not gonna make you sit through that long spin down again. Okay, so here, up close view, and you can clearly see this finish. It's like not really oil rubbed bronze, it's almost like black. Pretty cool. It's a really nice color actually. And these blades, I don't really know what finish this is either. Looks almost like a walnut. And then the top is darker, and that's the side that's facing down at the restaurant. And then, you know, there's some paint splatters on some of these blades on the top sides. That's why I didn't. Oh, and there's that too. But another thing I noticed is that these almost look kind of like copies of the Hunter Berkeley, especially in the blade arm design. This is basically like the exact same blade arm that the Berkeley used. And then you also may notice that the motor design itself is pretty similar. If you watched that video of that Yitahome Sputnik model ceiling fan that I had sent to me by the company to do a product review, I have it right here actually. You can see the motor itself looks very similar. The vent design is just a little bit smaller, but like, oh no, that's pretty close. And there's no vent screen, of course, on this one in there. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this one was inspired by that design. The top is pretty much the same too. But here's the top of this one. I think, I don't know where the label is, but don't know, is there a Hampton Bay tag on the side? There's no Hampton Bay tag on the side. That's strange, I thought there was. I guess they just relied on the pull chain extension. Sorry, I just had a box fall over on me while I was walking around there, but yeah, so let me actually see if I can't. No, this video is already long enough, but I'm going to show the tag. Oh, it's on the other side, of course. There we go. I actually don't know. Okay, yeah. It's a model information, but you can't really see it. But, and the canopy, of course, and that mounting bracket that I said did not fit this one. So, yeah, I think that's about it. Everything that there is to say about this fan. So that is the Hampton Bay Contractor model, aka QuickConnect ceiling fan. 52-inch in like brown or black or oil rub bronze or whatever. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.